Hey drummers, Garey Williams is back with another reaction and analysis video. In today's video, we're going to be checking out Al Foster, a very cool jazz drummer. And he has his cymbals really high and really angled, and he just sounds very, very cool. Here we go. Tom and the snare. That's cool. Nice. That time. It's 3 against 4 polyrhythm. Bass drum. Hi-hat. Stuff I saw Louis Bilson do, buddy. Yeah. It's a bit samba, Brazil. Yeah! Yeah! Wow, so musical. Mozambique Bell Park. Almost. Yeah, it is. Definitely more of that kind of Afro-Brazilian. Latin on top, more Afro-Cuban. Samba too. He's so live, so yes. Ah, cool. Listen. Nice. Yeah. Oh, love the humor. Love the humor. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, that was just awesome. I just love the freshness, the improvisational nature of jazz music. There was a great trumpet professor I got to know at a college I taught at. He said once, the difference between classical music and jazz music is in classical music, you know what you want to play. In jazz music, you don't know what you're going to play. So whenever you get done with the melody, then you have the solo sections. Then they can go on for several choruses, a chorus being one time through the song form. Two choruses would be two times through the song form, and so on. So what happens is that these musicians recreate melodies. They play something kind of impromptu, off the cuff. It's like a vocabulary of things that they can say on their instruments. They can play, of course. But it's like speaking, where they're just improvising things and they're listening and interacting, and you could tell how Al Foster responded to some of the things the sax player was playing and the keyboard player doing some nice little rhythmic stuff. Cool feel changes. Love that solo. Really nice stuff that he does. And I loved how he turned the snares off, some really clean singles. You could hear some clicks, but his passion, he looks like a kid that's just so having so much fun. His face is like, yes. And I love the little things between the cymbals and the toms. It like little sixes really fast, 2 2 2, and going around the drums in a similar fashion was super cool. He just has a very musical aspect to his playing, and we didn't get to hear what happened preceding the solo. And in jazz, it's always good to listen from the top of the tune so you can understand the song's form. So this was kind of more of a Latin, kind of a modal jazz thing, meaning only so many chords in the vamp, which is a repeated musical phrase. It kept going back and forth between that same chord progression. And then when Al started his solo, I sensed that he was emulating aspects of the melody. If you listen back right before his solo started, there was some ensemble playing, and he kind of quoted some of that and was playing in those 4 or 8 bar phrases, depending upon how you're feeling the time. And I thought kept that through a good portion of the beginning of the solo, and then he broke away and did some other very cool stuff there. I described a few things as he went. But for the most part, it's really good to hear this in context to how it flows. And I'm not stopping as many of these videos as I used to, because sometimes when I come back into it, I have lost the form. So that's the thing, is that when you pause the video and then you repeat it, I'm always listening for musical phrases and soloing. Just like songs have phrases, solos have phrases too. If you play a guitar solo, you're going to be playing over the verse or the chorus or the bridge or the solo chord progression. It's going to be a certain number of measures. That's going to be consistent probably with the other phrasing in a song, and chords that go through the phrases, and the guitarist has to play solos to fit in the chords. So they're always phrasing their solos. Drummers not having to deal with melody or harmony can have a tendency to just think about pulse and not even think about 4 beats to the bar, or let alone 4 measure phrases, 8, 12, 16. When you get into playing jazz music, you really do understand about song forms, because there's a lot more drum soloing in jazz music than there is in other forms of music, typically speaking. Anyways, that's kind of where Al comes from. I first heard his playing, I think, with Miles Davis. I don't remember what the album was. It's a while ago. Sorry for you jazz snobs if I don't know all my details. It's not as important to me as what it sounds like. Anyways, if you like this, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. Hit your notification bell. And I have a cool Facebook group that's free if you want to check it out. I also have some online drum set courses that I think you might be interested in. And if you would like any private instructions, I got that information in the text box below. So get a hold of me, and I will help you learn how to improve your drumming. Okay, until then, have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.